Inside the OMG, episode number 159. 159 episodes in a row. Welcome to the show. Okay, I need to grab my tie. One moment. Because tonight, we're going to talk about the Untitled album, which was released in 2014. I'm going to talk about the songs on the album, how they were written, inspired, the process. We're going to do a rundown. Shout out to Beth and Miko, Mom and Dad. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. All right, one moment here. Okay, so... Okay, so I'm hearing that the sound is weird. Okay, so hold on. Let me see what I can do. All right, we're going to switch gears and we're going to use that microphone. Tell me if that's better. Hey, Miko. Thanks for tuning in. It's my understanding that it was sounding weird, and so I switched to a different microphone. I'm not using this one right now. So let me know how that is. Does that sound better? Hey, Alexa, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Just waiting for some feedback on... there you go. Okay, so it sounds better. I know it's not the microphone that I typically use, but I guess it's going to be that kind of a show tonight, and it is what it is. I'm changing the gain on it so we can get a little boost. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Okay. Oops. Good. A lot better. That's good. Bear with me while I... Yeah. Okay, I'll have to speak up. I get it. So, hold on. I've got to, on the fly, I have to change technical settings. And it is what it is, so I appreciate your patience as I adjust these things. One moment. Okay, that seems better. Alright, but needs to be louder. Alright, so hold on. Okay, how about that? Almost there. Okay. Let me know how that is before I close out that piece. Yeah. Hey, Chip. You like the robot voice better? Well, okay. There you go, Chip. That's for you. Okay. That should be better. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know how that is. Okay, thumbs up. I guess we're good to go. Let me get back on my screens here. Okay. All right. Thanks for letting me know. It's always important to have good audio because, otherwise, what's the point? All right, so we're going to talk about the Untitled album. And in case you don't know, let me see if I have a copy. Hold on, 1 second. Stand by for station identification. You've tuned in to episode 159 of Inside the OMG. This is what we're talking about tonight. The Untitled album. This is the cover. And so this concept is actually, and the name of the album, Untitled, with tie kind of in the word, even though it's not really, but it sounds like it is, Untitled. This was Dee's idea the black cover with the white tie, and so that's what we did for the front. For the back, while we were on tour, we were touring up the Pacific Northwest. In this case, we were in Northern California, and you see the Highway 101 South. And so we had pulled the van over for something, and I saw the sign, and I said, oh, wait, I'm going to put the black box in the shot. So the black box goes with us whenever we're on tour or any show we do, because we have merchandise inside the black box. And so we set up the black box as a display, and we've got merchandise and whatnot in there. So I put the black box in the shot, took the shot, hopped back in the van, we were out of there. And then later, as we're going through photos, I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. Why don't we use that as the back of the album cover? So there you go. Untitled has 12 songs on it. It starts with Ready, Set, Go, Got the Feeling. That is track number 1. We were in Vegas. We were there for something called Indie Music Fest. We were performing. We did a couple things. One, Henderson, Nevada, isn't that far from Vegas. It's maybe 40 minutes just outside of Vegas. They've got this great live music venue in Henderson. It's this amphitheater outside. Beautiful. Really great. So the Indie Music Fest was there. We went and performed a set. Did a little interview as well. Really cool. Had a great time. And then we went to, we had a gig in Vegas at a place called The Freakin' Frog. Doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. But we played there that weekend. And while we were there, that must have been 2013 or 2012, somewhere in there, we were writing. So we wrote this song, Ready, Set, Go. We also wrote Get a Room. We wrote Getting Away with Murder. Let me see what other songs came out of that weekend. So Ready, Set, Go, Get a Room, Getting Away with Murder. Yeah, maybe even Show Goes On was kind of in there too. That's a possibility. So we thought with Ready, Set, Go, we needed something, a good way to kick off the album. And that was a great way. Here, I'm going to turn up this light a little bit, just a little, that's better, right? We needed something to kick off the album, kind of, get you ready for what you're experiencing. And the thought behind it was that we would also start off the show with Ready, Set, Go, which we have done. We're doing more lately, but for whatever reason, as we were playing the album, we were playing the songs live, Boom kind of became the front runner, and it was the perfect song to start our show in front of an audience that didn't know who we were. So when we would do our cross-country tours of the U.S., a lot of times we were playing places where most of the audience didn't know who we were, had never heard of us. And we found that song, Boom, worked really well to grab people and hook them in. And then, it was fun. Because they were like, oh, okay, we get it. This is okay, we get what you guys are doing. But originally, Ready, Set, Go was that was kind of the idea of making that the opening song for the set. So we thought we'd kick off the album with Ready, Set, Go. All right, just making sure that I'm not missing any comments before I continue. We got a woohoo. We got a sounds good. What's up, Liam? Thanks for tuning in. A lot better sound now. Good. Sounds better. I like the robot voice. Thumbs up from Beth. All right. We're back. I'm caught up. Which, funny, Caught Up is on the Untitled album as well. All right. So Ready, Set, Go. The imagery, lyrically, it was kind of using Automobiles. It's not a new concept in songs. A lot of times people are using car imagery, and it was kind of using that imagery along with perhaps someone that, someone you're into, a person that you're attracted to, really fond of, kind of tying all that and tying it into this ready, set, go. We're ready to, let's go. We're in it. Let's do it. So that was the idea. So how about we play a little ready, set, go for you? I'm an engine, you're the key, you're the spark, you electrify me. I'm in motion, you're the flow, you're the rhythm, keep me where I go, got a feeling in my bones, you're the reason, only one I know, ready, set, go. Ignited, excited, ready, set, go. I got it, got the feel, I got the feel, I got the feeling. I'm the driver, you're the scene, you're the power, you fill up my machine. I'm a witness, you're divine, you're the curves, you owe me a line, getting traction, built for speed. You're the fast lane, only one I need. Ready, set, go. Ignited, excited, ready, set, go. I got it, got the feel, I got the feel, I got the feeling. I got the feel, I got the feel, I got the feeling. All systems go. Ooh. All systems go. Let's go. Ready, set, go. When Barry joined, we kicked off a few of the shows with Barry with that song. And it was cool because in the Olio tradition, we love coming up with interludes. I talked about that last week. The little interludes in between songs for live shows. So we came up with an idea to kick off Ready, Set, Go. Let's see. So the whole band is playing the same line. You know, Barry's ba da ba 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 ba. And then we pause. Kelly does a yell. Let's go! And then we're in. So that was fun to do. Jimmy, what's happening, Jimmy? Glad you tuned in. Howdy from upstate New York. Glad you're here. Tonight we're going through the Untitled album, released in 2014. We just covered song number 1, Ready, Set, Go. Song number 2, Get a Room. All right, Get a Room. Definitely written while we were in Vegas, kind of about being in Vegas. And whenever you see, people out and about and too much public display of affection, also known as PDA, too much of that going on, you hear people say, get a room, get a room, get a room. So in Vegas, you see that quite a bit. And then there's the whole idea of, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, all that. So we kind of played around with that concept and thought it'd be, musically it was definitely a throwback to, 50s rock and roll in a way, because get a room, get a room, get a room. Definitely has that kind of flair, the bass line's going. Guitar. And then the pre-chorus. And we got background vocals happening during that time. Let's get a room. Get a room. Get a room. Get a room. The music video I wanted to shoot in Vegas, there's a hotel called the Cosmopolitan, and they had a campaign. The hotel, I think, opened at some point around the 2010, 2012 time frame, I think, and they had a really great campaign. It was kind of a modern looking take on an old school vibe, and it was, their slogan was Cosmopolitan, the right amount of wrong. And I just thought, this hotel is where we need to shoot Get a Room. I just think the music video for Get a Room at the Cosmo would be great. So what I did, I decided to make a demo video, a mock-up video for Get a Room. And I took footage that we did for a company called Daft Star. I don't even know if Daft Star is still around, but they were a company that would bring on indie bands and shoot a live music video and put it up. There was, I believe, an interview segment and a live component. So I think we did 2 songs. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we only did Get a Room. I think that's the only one I remember seeing the video for. At least that's what they sent us when it was done. It was a 2 or 3 camera setup, and we played live. Fun fact, we did 2 takes of it. In the middle of the first take, I broke a string on my Olio guitar, and so the second take I used my Fender Strat. So in the video that they shot for us, they edited together like part of, take 1, and then they had to cut into it take 2 because, I had a broken string and I couldn't do the guitar solo properly because I was missing a string. And so anyway, so you'll see that live video, and it's us live the whole way through. It's like part of take 1 and part of take 2 because I'd broken a string. Anyway, I used that footage and did a mock-up video. Cosmopolitan did a commercial campaign, and so I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. So for my little mock-up that I wanted to show directors, I grabbed some footage and kind of intercut with the live performance footage from the Daft Star live video that Olio shot, and put it all together, and it came out pretty cool. And I thought, okay, this idea I'd love to shoot there. So there was a couple moments, different people that we knew some of the marketing directors there, or knew someone in upper management there, and we were trying to make it happen, and it hasn't happened yet, didn't happen. But I still have that demo video that I put up, and I put out and let people see it, just to, like what could be. And it's pretty cool. So actually, if you go on you're on our YouTube channel now watching this, but after the show you scroll into videos and you can see the Get a Room music video if you haven't. That's, my little mock-up of what could possibly be. So perhaps one day we'll actually do a proper music video for Get a Room at the Cosmo. We shall see. Time will tell. You never know. You never know. So that's Get a Room. Time out. Guitar wants to be a little funny right now. Wants to make me look silly and not cooperate. So I need to cooperate with it as it cooperates with me as I tune all the strings. When you start, don't ever stop. The way you move, I'm gonna pop. Feel a change in my chemistry. On the rise, what you do to me. No time to wait around. You have me spellbound. One thing left to do. Get a, let's get a room. Kissing and touching. Get a room. People are fussing. Get a room. Screaming and cussing. Let's get a room. Steamy hot. Making body heat. Mile high club to the backseat. Burn the town. Gonna paint it red. On again. I think we need a bed. No time to wait around. You got me spellbound. One thing left to do. Get a, let's get. Kissing and touching. Get a room. People are fussing. Get a room. Screaming and cussing. Get a room. Let's get a room. I'm in a room with a view. Rocking the bed. We'll put it to good use. Change the sheets when we're through. Look at all this mess from a party or two. No time to wait around. Yeah, I'm spellbound. One thing left to do. Get a room. Kissing and touching. Get a room. People are fussing. Get a room. Screaming and cussing. Let's get a room. 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 Whoa. Yeah. Get a room. That was track 2 off the Untitled album. Track number 3 is what's track 3? Idiot Girl. Dee thought this was timely at the time. How about that? At the time when he was writing Idiot Girl, there was a lot of, the it girls is really who he was commenting on, that were just kind of making some crazy choices. And they were being outed in the news with their crazy behavior and crazy choices. And so these were the it girls that weren't being so smart. And I don't want to name names, so I won't. But Dee decided, hey, why don't we, we'll do this funky song, and we'll call it Itty It girl. That was the idea. Idiot girl. Haven't played in a while. Actually, I don't think we've played it since Dee passed away. That's been over 3 years. Wow. And the song was written before Matt joined. Before Kelly joined. So Matt Sherrill was on bass. So we're talking, this was like 2009, 2010, somewhere in there. Matt left like end of September of 2011, and Kelly joined October of 2011. So this was like 2009, 2010, and when we did, we played on the pier in Santa Monica, the Twilight Dance series, and we won that Battle of the Bands. That was one of the songs we played. So there is a live version with Matt on bass. I think it's up on YouTube. It's on our channel, of Idiot Girl. And it's pretty funky. It's pretty funky. I'm not going to do that one for you because I haven't played in a long time, and I'm not going to pretend to fake through it right now. But that's track number 3, Idiot Girl. Track 4, Caught Up. Also written before Kelly joined. That's probably like 2008, 2009, 2010, somewhere in there. Idea of you're just totally enthralled with a person. You're caught up in them. You just all about who they are and what they are, and you just can't get enough. That's basically the idea of Caught Up. I haven't felt like this in a long time. Really takes me by surprise. Giving up on these things before. Just when I thought I'd seen them all. Did you think you'd be the evidence? Whoa. Did you think I get caught up with how good you make me feel? I get caught up with how good you feel. Whoa. Caught up in you. Whoa. I am caught up. Now that I'm crazy for the things you do. What do I do to pass the time? I try my best to keep my cool. Hope I don't explode in the meantime. Did you think you'd be the evidence? Whoa. Did you think I get caught up with how good you make me feel? I get caught up with how good you feel. Whoa. Caught up in you. Whoa. I am caught up. All my friends think I'm bitter. What do I say now? Whoa. Goodbye, sarcastic Twitter. Somehow you changed my solitary vow. Did you think it would be so intense? Whoa. Did you think you got paid? I get caught up with how good you make me feel. I get caught up with how good you feel. Whoa. Caught up in you. Whoa. Caught up in you. Whoa. 4, Caught Up. Track number 5, is Boom. Track 5. Talked about it recently. That's the one where back in 1982, somewhere in there, January 82, 83, a plane crashed in Washington, D.C., taking off from National Airport, hit the 14th Street Bridge, went into the Potomac River. An eyewitness cab driver saw it happened and was interviewed on the radio, and he said, I saw the whole thing, and the plane hit the bridge and then went boom, just like that. Got the swag to match his swag, breaking every artist sees. Got the moves to make him stand, now he's making room for 3. It went boom, just like that. It went boom, just like that. It went boom, just like that. Just like that, just like that. It went boom, just like that. It went boom, just like that. It went boom, just like that. Just like that, just like that. Put a ring on her finger, but his friends tell him to run. She takes the news, he's a ringer, 'cause the kid is not his son. It went boom, just like that. It went boom, just like that. It went boom, just like that. Just like that, just like that. Everybody go boom, just like that. It went boom, just like that. It went boom, just like that. Just like that, just like that. Just like that. You don't know where it's at. Just like that. You don't know where it's at. Fights the law, but she's a slayer. He's no longer living free. Took the fool, she's a player. It's a lot of tragedy. Sometimes people stay the same. Sometimes people change their ways. They see the light when the day was right before it goes boom. Went boom, just like that. Went boom, just like that. Went boom, just like that. Just like that, just like that. Everybody go boom, just like that. Went boom, just like that. Went boom, just like that. Just like that, just like that. Just like that. You don't know where it's at. Just like that. You don't know where it's at. Just like that. You don't know where it's at. Just like that. You don't know where it's at. And that song was written with Kelly in Olio. So it was after the Matt era, and Kelly had already joined. So that was maybe 2012-ish. Yeah, something like that. So we worked with Eddie Kramer all throughout 2012, recorded 8 songs, but I don't think we had already written Boom, because we probably would have said, hey Eddie, what do you think of this song? So Boom was probably written after Rich People Problems. So maybe in 2013 Boom came to be, because I know once we started touring in 2013 we were playing it live and then recording it to release it on this album, on Untitled. So that is song number 5. Song 6 is the lead vocal is by Dee, and it's called Dance. So the idea, basically dance away your problems. That's it. It's very simple. It always feels better to move and dance and just express yourself and get it out. So if the world's falling apart, dance. If your life is falling apart, dance. If your relationships are a mess, dance. If things are good, dance. Either way, any way, celebrate and dance. That's the idea of dance. And it was always fun to play. Live, we would, on the nights that we had to fill 3 hours, because we would do 3 sets. So sometimes on tour, we would be fortunate to have 1 set shows. It was more of a showcase night where it was us performing along with 2 or 3 other bands, depending. And we could just do 1 set, and we would put together our explosive, no filler, all killer. That was the idea. 45-minute set, and just bang, 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 just giving it to them. On other nights where we were playing the whole night and we had to cover 3 hours or sometimes 4 hours, and we took a lot of pride in just playing only Olio music. We weren't a jukebox. We weren't there to play Free Bird and Stairway to Heaven and whatever. It was all Olio, and it was great because so many of the patrons and audiences that we came across, it was really refreshing for them because they were, are you guys going to play originals or covers tonight? Oh, no, all originals. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good. We don't need to hear covers. We hear that all the time. And so everyone was really interested in who we were and what our take was and what our vibe was and what we did and what, just who we were as artists, as a band. And it was fun to share that with people that were genuinely interested in hearing a new band for them, and new music. So, but when we did dance, it was fun because we would kind of take our dance songs and make a medley out of them. So it was, we'd do dance, and that would go into it's a song called Impress. It's on our first album, which was the live album. Impress me with your conversation. Impress me with who you are. Impress me with your ambition. Impress, 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 impress. And so while I'm doing the bass line's going, and D's going, he's got the kick drum happening. Impress me with your conversation. Impress me with who you are. Impress me with your ambition. Impress, 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 impress. I've been waiting here for you so long. Can you be this way and be so strong? Impress me, impress me. Impress me with your conversation. Backgrounds. Impress me with who you are. Impress me with your ambition. Impress, 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 impress. And that would go into, we had another one, trying to remember, what did we go into? So anyway, so dance would be going, dance, don't worry about tomorrow, dance, 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 and the bass line is, kick drum. So we do dance, impress. There was something else we would do too. We might have gone into the Keep It Strong. Played that a couple weeks ago. The never down in my life, in the life that I'm living. Never down in my life, in the life that I'm living. Kind of segue all three of those together. Still feel like there's another one I'm missing. It'll come to me, I'm sure, as I'm laying in bed tonight trying to go to sleep. And I go, oh, it was that song. Turn the camera on. Turn the mic on. I tell you what I remembered just now. But that's not happening right now. I don't remember. So, Dance, track number 6 on the Untitled album. 7. Where are you, Alexa? 7. Is the song I did on piano, Once in a Lifetime. And what's been great, with Once in a Lifetime, I had 2 versions recorded for the album. One was just pretty much vocal, piano, and really the band doesn't come in until the bridge, and then that's kind of it. Then I had a version where it was kind of full band the whole time. And going back and forth between the 2, I thought it was kind of cooler to have it the first way, where the band really came in on the bridge, and it was just like big and explosive, and don't let the moment go by. So the band's all in, and it's cool, and then comes out, and then we're back into just the piano. So that's Once in a Lifetime. And Alexa loved the song so much. When I first wrote the song, she was part of a musical theater group, Encore, and she needed a song to do a duet with. So she and her friend Emma decided to do Once in a Lifetime, and I accompanied them playing piano and taught them the song. And so the 2 of them sang it as a duet, and it was really cool to hear it out of context from an Olio song. It was like, hey, this is pretty cool. There's a cover version done at a musical theater showcase, and the song totally worked for that. Well, since then, Alexa really loves the song, and so we've been doing it as a duet. Oftentimes we'll do it on this show, and I know she really wants to do a recorded version for a release of hers, either on an EP or full album. She'd like to do a version of Once in a Lifetime, which I think will be fantastic. So we will do that at some point soon. We are currently working on As a Dream, which is Alexa's next single, and we're working hard on that, and it's really coming along nicely. Barry did an outstanding job on drums, as did Kelly on bass. Their parts are magnificent. They did those. Now we're finishing up vocals, then I'll add some guitars. We'll see what else needs to be done, and then the mixing starts. So we're really close with finishing the vocals. I know we're working on that this week, specifically tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. So, Once in a Lifetime, track number 7. I won't play it for you now because it's more fun to play when Alexa is here. So, we'll save that for another time. Track 8, Round and Round. I love this song. Round and Round. Fun fact about Round and Round. It's another one that Dee sings lead on. Let me see here. There's... yeah, get over here, Chiggy! Exactly. It's another one that Dee sings lead on. But we had this... Kelly had come up with this bass line. We tried to fit that bass line into so many different songs, and it just wasn't it. We couldn't. It was like, yeah, we liked that idea, but we just couldn't find a home for it. So that was a piece of music, a segment that we needed to find a home for. And we finally found it in the south of France. We go over there to record. We went there originally to record 3 songs. We ended up recording 4. That included Rich People Problems. But while we were working out rich people problems, on our off days of recording, we were writing. And so we were in this little like dark, no windows dungeon room where we had a drum set and an amp and this one, a bass amp and this one little tiny lamp that lit up the place. So, it didn't matter. It could have been 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon. We wouldn't know. It's kind of like Vegas in that way. We wouldn't know what time it was, but we were in there working for hours and hours, and we worked on Round and Round. Dee had written some lyrics, and we put Round and Round together there in the south of France in October of 2012. And it really came along, and we were super excited about it. And that's where we finally were able to find a home for it, which ended up being the verses of Round and Round. So, the chorus is, our love goes round and round, this love is up and down, turn off the lights and sound, 'cause our love go round and round, our love go round and round, this love is up and down, turn off the lights and sound, our love go round and round. Then we get to the bridge. Round and round, up and down, just like a yo-yo, babe. So yeah, Round and Round. I miss playing that song. That's a fun one to play because the parts are so syncopated. And I'm not singing lead on that, so my background parts fit nicely into my syncopation of what I was playing. So if you noticed, I was having a little trouble doing the lead lines because I never sang the song, the lead part anyway. That was Dee's job on it. So it was cool. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Hopefully the sound is back to as it should be. Alright, so that's Round and Round. I think that's track 8. Okay, Getting Away with Murder. This is a good one. This was one we wrote in Vegas. Kind of like that idea, that Andy Summers thing from The Police. He likes doing this, this 9 chord, taking the like a power chord, right? But then adding that 9. And I thought, sending out an SOS. So I thought, that's kind of the inspiration of that, the guitar part anyway. Just kind of chopped it up. Thought I left you sleeping from the back of my mind. Now I see you creeping in places that were hard to find. Haunted, unwanted, to keep you under lock and key. I keep my skeleton locked away. Yeah. Somehow my skeletons are out to play. You're getting away with murder, guilty of your crime. You're getting away with murder, trying to dime a dime. You're getting away with murder, you should be doing time. And this was cool because now, basically, the song was a duet. Now D took on the second verse. Use me, control me, gotta have me, the death of people, pop, scheming, conniving, driving, people, pop. I don't know what he's singing. There's no shame, and no pain, and nothing, as I'm the one that keeps it running. I keep my skeleton locked away. Hey, 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 somehow my skeleton locked away. So, Getting Away with Murder, what was great, as we were writing it, and our kids were young, Dee's kids were young, and I think Christopher, his son Christopher or Caden, had said, Dad, you know what you could do for this one? You've got a guy, like a robber with, you know, like the mask with the eye holes, and kind of like, you know, what's his name, the burglar or whatever from McDonald's. And he's got a sack on his back, and on the bag itself it's got, you know, $signs, so he's getting away with murder. This is what he told his dad. So it's like he's getting away with murder. Get it? Perfect. I loved it. It was so good. One of my favorites. Wow. All right. Didn't know you liked that one. That's awesome. Thanks, Chip. Yeah, it is a good one. It's fun. All right. This hour is just shooting by. Where are we at? Whoa. Okay. Well, we got time for like basically one more. So let's see. Getting Away with Murder. We got Love, She's Hard to Tame, and Show Goes On. Okay, so we're going to talk about these three songs. I'm going to wrap it up. Love was originally kind of written as a like a rockabilly vibe, and I showed it to the guys, and like, yeah, I mean, it's cool, but, and I was even like, yeah, I don't want you to do like a country shuffle or something, because it was, you know, kind of did it in this way, like a Johnny Cash, you know, which is cool on its own, but it was a weird thing to do for Olio. Love is hope. Oh, 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 love is dope. Bitten by the bug. Oh, 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 love is a drug. Love here tonight. Oh, 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 love, dynamite. On fire with the muse. Oh, 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 love, burning fuse. I'm in love, oh, I'm in love, it's true. Whoa, oh, oh, I'm in love with love, it's true. I'm in love with love is a crush. Whoa, oh, oh, love is a rush. Accelerating speed. Oh, 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 love, I'm in need. Love here tonight. Oh, 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 love, dynamite. On fire with the muse. Oh, 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 love, burning fuse. I'm in love. I'm in love, it's true. Oh, 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 I'm in love with love, that's true. I'm in love. reason I was flubbing all that is because we don't do it like that. That's how I originally wrote it. And we changed it up. But anyway, so now I think I got it. So it goes. Love is a song. Oh, 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 love. Sing along. Oh, oh, for a melody. Oh, oh, love, harmony. I'm in love, I'm in love, it's true. Whoa, I'm in love with love, and it's true. I'm in love with you. I'm in love, oh, I'm in love, it's true. Whoa, I'm in love with love. Love. It's not how it's played on the Olio album, but I thought I'd play you the way it was written originally. All right, last two songs. Song number 11, She's Hard to Tame. This is like high energy tune. Dee sang this one, and it was basically written about, it's funny that this song really has a divide. It really kind of... I'll tell you a funny story. So She's Hard to Tame, basically it's about... he wrote it about a woman that was just... had her own mind and wasn't going to let anyone tell her otherwise, and no one was going to tell her how to run her life, or, she didn't need a man telling her what to do, and she, whatever. That was kind of the thing. She was her own woman. So he wrote a song called She's Hard to Tame. Basically, he's all, crazy about this woman, and she's just, like, not having it. Like, you're going to play it my way or no way at all. So we introduced the song. We're on tour, and we're in Florida. And I introduced the song. Well, this one young girl, she's probably 22, she got so offended by this song. Freaked out. Was yelling and screaming and like, what is going on? And it was like we offended her by the title She's Hard to Tame. And it's really funny what a divide it is, because when we would introduce the song to, let's say, a more mature crowd, maybe in the above 35 crowd, the women above 35 were like, damn right! Damn right I'm hard to tame. You wrote this song about me! Like, interesting. The 22-year-old was like, you're offending me. And the 35-year-old was, thank you for my theme song. So, it goes to show you. It's a funny world. It's a funny world. Anyway, I'm going to close it out. My goodness. An hour. It's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock in California. So I'm going to close it out with one last song. It's called Show Goes On. Funny enough, it's the last song. And we would do this as the last song in our set. And it was like, wait a minute, the show goes on, but you guys just ended. I'm like, yeah, but the show goes on. In the great words of the Carrington Kids. Get it? We wrote this in Vegas as well. Just remember the writing session. Same weekend. Sin, tragedy begins. One more pay the price. Gives an the show. Go on. The show. The show. The show. Go on. Another shooting star. Greedy drives the car. Rocket right to fame. Pride bursts a flame. It hides between the lines. Running from the signs. Tapping on the brink. It's gone and I'll play the show. The show. The show. Go on. The show. The show. The show. Go on. Loaded is the gun. Tortured is the sun. Bullets take a name. Nothing is the same. Mama has to lie. Broken alibi. Mama sent away. Everybody's gotta pay. The show. The show. The show. Go on. What you say? Woo. The show. The show. Go on. Show goes on, the last song on the Untitled album. This one. That's the back. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode number 159 of Inside the OMG. Really appreciate you being here and spending time with me on Tuesday, this 159th time in a row. The only one I missed happened in the middle of 2020, almost a couple years ago, and Alex and Miko took over that show, which might have been arguably the best show of the series. But then again, I'm just trying to do my best to get up to that level, because that was stellar. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll be back next week with episode 160. 160 sounds like a lot of episodes, and it is. Much love to you. Be well. Take care. Have a fantastic week. I'm going to leave you with Caught Up.
I haven't felt like this in a long time. This really takes me by surprise. I'd given up on these things before, just when I thought I'd seen it all. Did you think you'd take up residence? Whoa. Did you think I get caught up? And how could you make me feel? I get caught up. And how could you feel? Whoa, caught up in you. Oh, I am caught up. Now that I'm crazy for the things you do, what do I do to pass the time? I try my best to keep my cool. I hope I don't explode in the meantime. Did you think you'd be the evidence? Whoa. Did you think I get caught up? And how could you make me feel? I get caught up. And how could you feel? Whoa, caught up in you. Oh, I am caught up. caught up in how good you make me feel. I get caught up in how good you feel. Whoa, caught up in you. Whoa, caught up in you.